If you're having trouble on the raw food diet, then these 3 mistakes might be ones that you are falling victim to. Stay tuned. Guys, this is Victoria with victoriavegan.blogspot.com. Today I'm giving you a bit of an informative video on 3 of the mistakes that people can make when they're first going into this lifestyle, or even if they've been doing it for a while. I'm just going to jump right in and I'm going to start out. The first one is not eating enough. People go into this and they eat an apple or 2 bananas or an orange and by itself, and they are just so hungry. It's because you have to get enough calories. That's why I love dates and bananas, because they're so high calories, so high carb. They give me bounds of energy. And I would suggest to everyone to eat dates and bananas, but also if you want to eat oranges, just eat enough of them. Eat 8 oranges, eat 6 or 7 bananas, just eat enough. And also keep the fruit, if that's what you're doing, keep the fruit in your house. Keep it in the fridge, because if you're really hungry at a point in time and you're scrambling, if you open up your fridge and see a big bowl of kiwis, then you'll eat that instead of, going to something that's not ideal. And so I never really had issues with not eating enough in the beginning, because I always just had this instinct to eat enough. So if I had to eat, like I said, 8 oranges, I wouldn't feel weird about that, because this lifestyle is about abundance. It's not about restriction. So many diets out there are all about calorie counting and restricting, and the raw food diet is kind of the opposite of that. It's kind of just, eat what you want, because everything that you're eating is healthy and good for you. And you have to remember that fruits and vegetables are low in calories, but they're high in nutrients. So in turn, you have to just eat more of them and not feel guilty or weird about it, because that's exactly what you need to be doing, is just eating more of them. So that is number 1. Number 2 is eating too much fat. Now, yes, nuts and seeds are considered raw, but they do have a high fat content, and if you're sitting down to the TV and eating, a big sack of almonds and you just feel like, ugh, afterwards, it's because that just isn't ideal. In my opinion, there's a time and a place for nuts and seeds. They're more for a building phase. And especially in the beginning, when people need to detox the most, they need to be on high fruit or, drinking a lot of juices or smoothies. They don't need to be constantly eating a bunch of nuts and seeds. There's also raw granola bars that they sell out there, and those tend to be high fat as well, but those also can be very beneficial. I used them during my transition, during times of when I would have wanted to eat something else, and they helped me. So I'm not saying to not eat nuts or seeds if that's what's going to get you through, but don't make it, a big staple in your diet in the beginning. Now, I've been doing this for 2 years, and so I've added more fat into my diet as of late than I have before, because I'm trying to build up, in a sense. And essential fats are necessary. I'm not a fat phobe or anything, and I'm not saying to never eat them, because they do have a lot of benefits to them. But in the beginning, or just in general, eating too much fat isn't good. So number 3 would be going into this lifestyle for the wrong reasons. A lot of people see how much weight you can lose on the raw food diet, and so they go into this thinking, well, I'm just going to lose all this weight and have a banging body. And yes, you can, but I would just suggest to go into this for the right reasons. The raw food diet isn't a panacea for all of your problems, but it can help you so much with your emotions. You can gain so much spirituality with this if you want. you know, if that's something that you want, and it's something that I wanted, and I got it. I said this before in another video that, you know, I'm more spiritual than ever, and it's just something I wouldn't trade for the world. And, you know, raw foods just really awaken you to being more in touch with nature. And so it's not all about just losing the weight. It's about being healthy in every sense of the word. Really, instead of losing weight, we should be thinking, well, you know, I want to eat this big bowl of apples because it's going to be kind to my kidneys. It's going to be kind to my liver and all of my glands and organs, not just, you know, oh, I'm going to lose so much weight. So that's just a couple of my tips. And another thing that's kind of on a tangent, but what raw foods can give you, if you really focus on it, is just happiness that you have never even had before. When you truly clean out your body, it, in my opinion, it awakens your emotions and, you know, dormant emotions that have just been, you know, sitting there for years. Like, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but I have never been so happy in my life. And it's not that, you know, everything in my life is perfect, but I wish that I could share with you guys some of my happiness, because I see so many people that are suffering, that are sick, and, you know, people that don't even know that they're sick, people that are just, you know, kind of living day to day without a purpose or without knowing the harm that they're doing to their body by the things that they're eating, and, you know, their emotions too. People, they retain anger and bitterness, and I will tell you that that affects your health as well. You know, really just forgiving everyone you know and living in a constant state of gratitude 24/7 just gives you this, has given me this happiness that I wish that I could share it with you guys, because it's great. So I hope this video helped you, give you a little bit more details and insight onto some of the things that you should do. And if it helped even one of you guys, then I've made my goal. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. I just wanted to add in one more thing. In terms of number 3, not going into this lifestyle for the right reasons, another thing that instead of just losing weight, people have a sickness or something that's wrong with them and they want to heal it. And so they go into this thinking, well, I'm going to just heal my disease and not really focus on anything else, not focus on building emotional health or, you know, really wanting health for the right reasons. They can also be only doing this lifestyle because, you know, out of fear that they'll get a disease, out of fear that they'll get sick. And when you're living life in a constant state of fear, you know, that can be detrimental to your health in and of itself. So you have to really want it for the right reasons. Want it for, just like I said, health in every aspect of the word. So, you know, I would not suggest living in a constant state of fear, and I wouldn't suggest, you know, only going into this for just almost selfish reasons in a way. Just really, another thing with raw foods is that you're helping the earth by, you know, eating a massive amount of fruits and vegetables. You're helping the environment. I mean, I'm kind of just going off in a tangent, but I just really want to understate that there's so much more than just vanity by losing weight or just, you know, curing yourself. It's deeper than that. It's, I guess what I'm trying to underline is the emotional health and the spiritual health, and how health isn't just all about eating healthy. So I just wanted to add that in. Adios.